Thanks again for joining us. The sale of Minnesota's second largest apartment complex remains in limbo. Huntington Place Apartments in Brooklyn Park is up for sale. The current owner, nonprofit housing developer Aon, is working on a purchase agreement with a New York-based buyer named Maz Capital Group. But for the sale to go through, the Brooklyn Park City Council would need to forgive an almost $4 million loan given to Aon. If the council doesn't forgive the loan, the property will likely go into foreclosure and be sold on the open market. The council won't make a final decision for at least another month. In Crystal, construction is underway to fill a long vacant space at Crystal Town Center Strip Mall. Crystal city officials issued a building permit for a store called Daiso to replace a former Broadway pizza. Daiso features Japanese-inspired home decor, stationery, food, and more. It has 150 locations across the United States, but this would be the first in Minnesota. No word yet on the store's opening date. It's been anything but business as usual at the Minnesota Capitol. A disagreement between DFLers and Republicans has kept the Minnesota House from fully convening. But Representative Ned Carroll of Plymouth says he's busier than he's been. Shannon Slatton sits down with him in today's Newsmakers.
We are hopefully going to be back soon. I know the leaders are staying in contact and trying to work out an agreement, and hopefully we'll be back soon.
All right. In the meantime, what are you busy doing?
Oh, I think I'm more busy now than I would be at the Capitol. So I've been doing a lot of constituent work, a lot of tours. In fact, this morning I was on the Capital Investment Committee tour of Plymouth Community Center as well as Three Rivers Park District.
All right. So looking into some of those bonding project issues.
Correct.
All right. And the one in Plymouth that I know that you're working on as well, tell us about that one.
So that's reimagining the community center. Like the city center.
Sure.
Not to be confused with the community center that I worked on when I was on council. So it is infrastructure, drainage, kind of the basics there, as well as putting in a fourth ice sheet in the ice center and a parking ramp. And then there's already been transportation improvements around there in terms of roundabouts as well as drainage, and so it's making it a more attractive place.
And it already is a busy place.
It's very
just
busy.
The ice center alone, the restaurants and shops in that area. So this will be helpful for people in getting around.
Exactly, and part of it is to bring more people to Plymouth. And I think key to that is getting some housing in there too, because that's a magnet that'll draw more development, more people.
All right. Something else that you're passionate about is HCMC and bringing more money that way. Tell us about that.
So there's a ballpark tax, as you may know, from the Twins, and that's up for renewal. And so we're looking at perhaps dedicating some of that funding to HCMC. And North Memorial is in the mix too.
All right. Lots to work on, and expect you'll be back in St. Paul soon.
I hope so. I expect to.
We'll be watching.
All right.
Representative Ned Carroll, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you very much.
The Maple Grove Police Department has received a $10,000 boost.
We at the Hindu Society of Minnesota are honored to make this contribution to help with the expansion of the Department of Public Safety's drone program, which will be an investment to help with responding swiftly to emergencies, to locate missing persons, assess threats, and save lives.
The Hindu Society of Minnesota made the donation at a recent council meeting. The money will help the department purchase a larger, more sophisticated drone. Maple Grove Police currently have 2 drones, one that's primarily used indoors to search buildings, and another for outdoor use.
Yeah, we're really grateful for that partnership with that organization that made the donation, because it truly helps get us tools that we need in Maple Grove to support the community in keeping people safe.
The department uses drones to search crime scenes, find missing people, and assess hotspots during structure fires. A staple in downtown Osseo is undergoing changes. Duffy's has stood on Central Avenue for more than 30 years. Its building even longer, originally constructed in 1895. This weekend in Business Matters, Emily Haugen explains how the family-owned stop is changing shape.
Duffy style wings are really popular. Our pizzas are really popular. I think we have the best burgers in Osseo, to me, so.
At the heart of a restaurant is its kitchen. On a Friday afternoon, when Duffy's Bar and Grill in Osseo opens for business, traffic rolls in right away.
We push a lot of food. We got a lot of great staff.
Cook Marcus Whitaker has a handle on the system.
It's a challenge. We all have our positions. We got the fryer, got the setups. Everybody stays in one station, works one station. We communicate when the tickets come in.
One look around the place tells you one thing for sure. Duffy's is an Osseo staple.
Duffy's has been a bar on and off since at least 1900.
It's been in Josh Duffy's family since 1989.
We get a lot of people that kind of come out and just to read signs, and a couple of them over here are the ones that are probably our most popular.
Collecting knickknacks and tacking on rooms over the years. Now, Duffy says it's time for an expansion.
Right now, they're pulling foundation out and replacing it, so we're going to have a nice, strong building going here.
Not to the dining floor, but to the kitchen from the outside in.
You'll see the original rock walls and rock foundation that they've been dealing with over here.
They're going to make it much bigger, giving the kitchen staff more space to move and room for more storage, eventually making room for a bigger menu. All of that is something Whitaker welcomes.
I'm excited. So for us to get a renovation and get it bigger, I'm excited for that.
And while you won't be able to see it from the dining room, Duffy thinks the change will open up their potential.
This will be the biggest project this building and our family has ever seen. So this renovation will cement our presence in Osseo for years and years and years to come.
The renovations should be complete in April. Until then, the restaurant will stay open at its spot on Central Avenue most days.